There's no podcast without Mr. As a One.
And you know there's no podcast without yours truly, Weso. Call me anything but the father. That's neither here nor there, but what is here.
It's another episode of the As a Wool podcast, ladies and gentlemen, and I could not be more excited right now. Right now, on this phone, on the As a Wool podcast, we have Mr. Big Fella himself. You can find him at Haha Davis, and you can find him on Chance's Coloring Book album under No Problems. We got Mr. Big Fella himself, Haha Davis. What's going on, bro? How you doing, man?
What's the deal, man? Out here in the D, trying to stay warm before it gets cold.
Oh yeah, it's already starting to get cold out here. We're right outside of the Philadelphia area. Is it starting to get cold out there, Haha?
Yeah, it definitely is. I had to put my North Face on last night.
Oh, man.
You got to pull the North Face out, huh?
Definitely.
So when you going out to, roll up and it's time to smoke, are you staying inside? Is it that cold, or you can still smoke outside?
Well, I mean, see, when you come from the cold air, it don't matter how cold it is. If you trying to smoke, you gonna smoke.
That's real.
Hey, man, talk about it.
So as Aaron was saying, we got Haha Davis on the phone as we speak on the As a Woke podcast, and this young man is a comedian / actor / even artist, but we'll definitely get into that closer to the end. But to kind of begin all this, Haha Davis, can you let the people know exactly where you are from?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I'm from the east side of the D.
Okay.
I was born on the west side, though. My mama don't like when I say that, though. I was born on the west side, but I grew up on the west side.
Why is that? Why is she not like when you say that? If I may ask.
On the west side, like she was born and raised on the west side, thoroughbred.
Oh, okay.
When
That makes sense.
I tell people I'm from the east side, she don't like that.
Okay. We just can't thank you enough for coming on the As a Wool podcast.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, man. For me, Haha Davis is becoming a synonymous name throughout the comedian world. How'd you get that stage name, man?
Well, one day I was just chilling at home, and I need a name because I knew I was gonna start doing comedy, and I was just laying down chilling, and then I thought about it. I was like, I'm just gonna call myself Haha Davis because it fit what I was doing, the comedy. So I was like, Haha Davis is the best name I can go because Davis is my last name, and then Haha is like, a form of laughter. So I just went with the name Haha Davis.
Okay.
Interesting.
So it's straight to the point then. Haha, you make people laugh, and then Davis is the last name. So it all comes full circle within all that. So within all your whole career, correct me if I'm wrong. You're signing with Universal Picture, or did that not go through?
No, I signed with Universal Pictures on just one movie deal. We had did some distribution together.
Okay,
that's dope. That's dope. And that was for what exactly? Or
it was
has
for
it
the
not
movie,
come out yet?
It was for the movie The Visit. Have you ever seen the movie The Visit with the grandma?
Nah,
no,
I
I haven't.
Yeah, so I signed with them for that movie. It's a scary movie if you haven't seen it. The girl, she was basically she told her granddaughter, "Do you mind getting in the oven?" I don't know if you ever seen that preview on TV.
Nah, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a dope movie. Y'all should go see it if you haven't seen it. Well, it's not in theaters no more, but you can get it on DVD though.
Okay.
So, what was your role exactly in the movie? Were you smashing the grandma, or what were you doing exactly?
No, I wasn't in the movie. I was a part of like the promotion team for the movie.
Okay. So you were working behind the scenes, man. So you do behind the scenes work. You do comedy. You do music. You act. You're like a Swiss Army knife, man.
He does it all, big fella.
All in.
Yeah, absolutely.
When did you start your career in comedy? How'd that get started?
I started 4 years ago, and the crazy thing about it, my homeboy who's in the Air Force right now, Kevin, he had told me one day, like, man, you funny, bro. And, my confidence wasn't that high on being funny, but he would always tell me that, like, bro, you funny unconsciously without even trying. So one day I just hopped on Instagram, and then I started doing videos, and people laughed at it, but at first it wasn't getting that much notoriety.
Right.
I just kept doing it, and then I ended up here with the big fella thing, taking it around the world.
Absolutely.
Now, so since you were saying that you were posting a lot of stuff on social media, and then you were hopeful that it eventually would stick to the people. Now, was there one specific video that you can remember that really stuck to the people and put HaHa Davis's brand out there?
Yeah, definitely. I did a video. I'll never forget. It was about a year and a half ago. I did a video about when you get pulled over by the narcotic police. I don't know if y'all got narcotic police out there, but if not, narcotic police is like undercover police. They ride around in unmarked cars. You know what I'm saying? So I made a video about when you get pulled over by narcotic police. And basically, he came and pulled me over, and then I ain't had no drugs on me. And he was like, "You in the back? You know the drugs at?" And I didn't want to tell. And I played that one saying, "I'm legally blind." Yeah. So after that, he ended up smacking me with the gun, and then he let us go. He didn't arrest us or nothing because narcotic police, they'll beat you up, do whatever, because they know they can get in trouble for it.
Oh, wow.
I made that video, and then Snoop Dogg had seen it, and then Snoop had reposted it. And then after that, that's really the first video that solidified my name, though.
Oh, man. So now, with all these Instagram videos that you be posting up, or just in social media, but I was saying Instagram specifically because that's where I actually discovered, I mean, not discovered, definitely not discovered. If I discover, I'd be getting a check, but it doesn't neither here nor there. But what the videos that I seen was on Instagram, and the one that really stuck to me, and I was like, oh, man, this man is hilarious, was it was like right when the summertime started. And what was it? I even reposted it, Aaron. It was he came outside. HaHa came outside with the basketball, and he was like to his neighbor was like, "You want to play some No, he said it to his neighbor like, "You want to play some basketball?" And he was like, "Big fella, this whole winter you didn't want to come outside. Now you want to play some basketball. The only thing you're gonna be shooting is these pistols, big fella."
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And with these videos, are they ever based off of true stories?
Yeah, most of the stuff that I put up, it do be like based off like certain things that I done did and been through. Like that's where I got the voice from, like the big fella voice. It was basically a voice. It was basically a voice that was telling me certain things that I done been through. Like, because everybody got that one voice in their head that be telling them they shouldn't do certain stuff. We just don't listen to it.
Absolutely.
So that's really where that came from.
So big fella.
Most of the stuff I do put up do be based on realistic things that I done did in my life.
So big fella is kind of like your inner conscience in a sense.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
So just to feed off that, what Wiso was talking about, you were talking about how, you know, certain situations play into your videos. How did you come up with the concepts for the different characters? We know you got the big fella, the little man, Pops. You know, how'd you come up with all those concepts?
Well, the thing about the Pops thing, it's really, cause I never had a Pops though, so it's really like an illusion, right?
Right.
The thing I do with the Pops character is, you know, some stuff he wouldn't do, like, you know what I'm saying, shoot at me and stuff like that, but it's basically like he's showing tough love all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's basically like me putting out my definition of what I think a Pops really would be, but adding my own extra little emphasis to it. You know what I'm saying? And the little man, I came up with that because I'm really a little person in real life. Like, I'm not big. Like, the big fella, people see me in person like, hey, I thought you was big. I'm only 5'7", for real.
What? Hold on, you're only 5'7"?
Yeah, I'm really a little guy, though.
Big fella, I'm going to let you know something. In those Instagram videos, you look like you're finna 6'1" or 6'2" or something like that.
Yeah, that's what people be thinking. I'll be like, no, I am a little fella.
Dang, man. I had no idea. But on a side note, I know we're talking about the background of HaHa Davis, but just like how I was telling them that there were some videos that I've seen about with HaHa Davis that there's been a consistent type of topic of something about smoking or even some drinking ones. So I wanted to ask you, HaHa Davis, preferably, are you more of a smoker or are you more of a drinker?
I'm actually more of a drinker. I smoke too. Like, I'm actually about to smoke in a few minutes, and I actually got a on the table right now that ain't open.
You better get yourself a hookah stick, big fella. You better get yourself a hookah stick.
I went out last night and I came home and this morning, you know how that be like when you drink too much and then you wake up with the hangover. I was hurt this morning, big fella. I couldn't get up off the bed.
It was one of those nights.
Yeah, we was turning up all night. I didn't get home till like 5 in the morning.
What were you sipping on? You were sipping on some Henny?
Yeah, definitely. Hennessy and more Hennessy.
Ooh, okay.
Talk about it, man.
Hennessy, and I know you say you smoke. Is there Dutchess, Backwoods? I know you're from Detroit, so I'm assuming Backwoods is preferably what people smoke down there, but that's just my assumption.
Yeah.
I've never been down there.
No, people smoke. It's mostly backwoods and game leaves.
Okay.
That's basically, that's what we all smoke. We definitely smoke. Well, when I be with Snoop, all he smoke is switches. So we gotta smoke switches when we Uncle Snoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that a little bit later. For me, how did your family, react to your career and everything? Because you've become a superstar, man. You're reaching superstar levels, man. How's your family reacting to your success?
Well, at first they didn't even know who I was. I was doing comedy for like a year and a half, and then before I had a PO box, right, I had got a package delivered. Somebody sent me some clothes, and my mama had got the package, and it said "Ha Ha Davis." She's like, "Who the hell is Ha Ha Davis?" I'm like,
Wow.
"That's me." You know what I'm saying? She didn't even know what I did, but now that they see everything I'm doing, they support me all the way 100%.
Oh wow! And speaking of the continuous support that you get with your family, there's support that you're getting outside the family as well. And there's one person in particular that has shown you support, and that man is Chance the Rapper, correct?
Right? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Would you elaborate on how you guys linked up?
Well, with Chance, it was one day I was riding home with one of my friends. I just happened to check my DMs, and then I seen Chance. I was excited myself. She almost crashed. I was excited just for him to be in my DMs. And he was like, "I'm a big fan, man." I was like, "Man, that means a lot coming from you." And then he sent me his number. And then the next day he called me, and the same day he flew me out to Atlanta.
Wow.
Kicked it for like a week, and we became close friends. It's like my real brother for it.
Wow.
And that's what right when Coloring Book came out, right? So you were there when Coloring Book was released, correct?
Yeah, I actually was with Chance the day he was trying to figure out what he was gonna name the mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And then he was like, "I'm gonna go with Coloring Book," and he ended up putting out the mixtape like 3 or 4 days later after I had left Atlanta.
That's dope. And then there was a specific interview with Chance the Rapper that he did, and he was bigging you up, man. I was happy for you, man. I was really happy. I'm not sure if you got to see that interview that they asked Chance about the big fella dude on the intro, no problems, and he was just bigging you up, really saying that you're the funniest person that he knows and such and such.
Definitely. Yeah, that meant a lot when I seen that. I had seen that. It almost brought me to tears though because of how far we came with our career, and for him to go out and do that and say that about me, it meant a lot to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's big.
Now, we've talked about you meeting Chance, and all that. I wanted to know how you met Snoop and what's that relationship like?
See, now the thing with Snoop, this is the thing. I used to be a comment hopper. When I say comment hopper, I used to be, before anybody knew me, I used to be in people's comments just saying I'm the funniest guy on Instagram. All the celebrities. You know how people be. Basically, I wasn't scamming, but I was scamming.
right.
So, oh yeah, okay.
And I was doing that for like a month straight in Snoop comments. And then one day he just followed me out of nowhere. I was like, what? So then after that, I started sending him my videos. I was sending him my videos for like a month straight. And then I sent him he seen the one about, I was telling y'all about the narcotics police. He's like, "Nephew, that's funny as hell." Send that to my phone. And then after he gave me his number, we just been cool ever since. He just been my mentor for the last 2 years.
Wow. That's great, man.
Yeah, it's definitely dope.
He definitely been showing you love. I've seen on his Instagram he's been reposting your videos and things like that. So that's what's up.
And you'll hear him sometimes say "big fella."
Right. Exactly.
That's not a West Coast thing. So I'm assuming he got that from you. Haha.
Definitely.
Now with these other, what were we saying? My bad.
We say it so much that it gets stuck in your head. Everybody say it.
Now, is Big Fella a Detroit thing, or is that something you just made up?
Well, it was just something that I made up, but now it's becoming a Midwest thing because everybody's saying it. So it's like how we say, "What's up, bro?" up here. Now everybody's saying, "What's up, Big Fella?" So it's definitely becoming a Midwest thing for sure.
Yeah, you got me saying it like crazy. Last night I was at this party, and all these couches were filled, and then there was this one dude that was sitting on the couch, and big dude, he was a real big dude. And I'm like, yo, big fella got to get up. This man's about to sleep in the middle of the whole party. I'm trying to sit down. So I was like, dang, I caught myself saying, I'm like, I really say big fella now.
Like, yo, big fella, you finna get up. You finna die.
Get up or you finna die, big fella.
So, yeah, just like how Aaron was saying about Snoop Dogg and we talked about Chance, I wanted to ask you, throughout all these people that you've met, who would you say is like the funniest celebrity that you've met so far?
The funniest celebrity I probably met, it probably would have to be Snoop, because he just so wise and he say whatever he mean. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever he think. Like, what did he say to me one time? He said, I sent Howard Davis to school with school books, and he ate the covers off of them. Basically saying I ain't go to school to do no schoolwork. I just went to school to eat the covers. Like, I was like, that's hilarious.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Snoop funny, man. He hilarious.
Now, while you're with Snoop, you were talking about a little earlier, smoking with Snoop. How is that, man?
See, I got a video on my page where I was smoking with Snoop, and Snoop said, you going to smoke this weed, and in about 15 minutes, you're going to start sweating. And that ain't no lie. I don't know what type of weed he got, but about 15 minutes after getting high with him, I just started sweating out of nowhere. I ain't got nothing but some water.
So that was real?
3 waters.
You chugged 3 waters off of that weed?
Listen, I was so dehydrated.
Wait, the weed made you dehydrated? I mean, I don't smoke, but you got to break down the logic behind that.
What's the deal? It's your man, Haha Davis, and you know we tuning into the As They Woke podcast. You know what it is, big fella. Quit playing around, big fella. Look, so this is the thing, though. And you won't even be able to smoke a whole blunt with Snoop if you ain't never smoked with me before, or if you're not a smoker. Like, I brought my whole team with him to smoke. And when I say we always in there live, everybody kicking it, and then after about 15 minutes, the whole room was silent. Like, everybody was just in there stuck, couldn't move.
Oh, man.
But
that's probably one of my...
The West Coast weed, I think they weed out there is just way stronger than ours is up here. That's really what it is. The HTC level is way higher.
Probably one of my favorite videos of yours is the one where you're eating an edible and you're like, yeah, oh, it's good. You're like, don't eat it too fast. It's going to mess you up. You know what I mean? And then you just sit there, oh, I'm finna go up here and see what God's talking about. Man, that was hilarious, man.
For real, though.
Yeah, man. That was hilarious.
So there's just like how I was saying earlier, that you do comedy, you act, and you're also an artist. I wanted to ask you, Haha Davis, "Ooh, I'm Out of Here" song.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get the details on that exactly? For those who did not hear the "Ooh, I'm Out of Here" song, what's that song consist of?
The "Oh, I'm Out of Here" song, we haven't even released that song yet. I got my Big Fella song out right now, but the "Oh, I'm Out of Here" song, it was my man's. He had to a party, and he just wanted to let the people hear it one time because it was his party and he was on the song. So we had played it that one night at his party, but we haven't released the song yet, though. Oh,
so then I heard there was one song that I heard. I think it was probably Big Fella that you were like, you said always with a girl that's a 10, but you ain't got a dime, Big Fella.
Yeah, that's the Big Fella song.
That line that's real. That's real. People really like that, man.
Are you about this music game, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna put out more music. I think because I can do it on the lab to say I can make music that is funny. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like that would go far. I'm thinking about coming out with a comedy album though.
Oh, so you're gonna be the rival to Chocolate Dropper?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't got a name yet for that, but Chocolate Drop. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have some competition.
So you coming for look? You're laying that pressure on everybody. So if Kevin Hart with the music and the comedy,
Chocolate Dropper.
Yeah, and then the thing is, I don't know if you saw this, Aaron. He posted this a little bit ago, but Haha posted a picture of it was Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Durant, and he was roasting him. Like, let me read you what this man said.
Okay.
He said, "Come on now, big fella. Take this polo off, big fella. You Bible study ready, big fella. This is not the first day of school, big fella. Take that polo back to the polo store and get a refund, big fella. Got the boat shoes on with no yacht. You a baby boat, big fella. Take the polo off now. Tell the lady." in the back to stop lying and saying y'all killing it, big fella. Why you gotta do it to him like that, man?
It had to be done because I seen that picture and they just thought they was swag. And I love Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant, he always come like in my videos, but I had to do that. I'm sorry, Katie. I got love for you, Katie.
Yo, did Melo get a chance to hit you back about that? Did he see it?
No, I haven't heard nothing from Melo or seen him interacting with none of the things that I have posted, but I see KD all the time coming through, you know what I'm saying, liking videos, so KD definitely is a supporter of mine, so shout out to Kevin Durant.
Oh, yeah, dope, yeah. Definitely shout out to Kevin Durant.
We were talking about Kevin Durant. Is Kevin Durant like a go-to for comedians? Because you attacked him. I know DC Young Fly attacked him. Is he like a go-to?
No, KD, he is not really a go-to. He's just like, I feel like at the level they at, they really don't care how they be dressing because they are who they are. So
right.
Sometimes you gotta remind them like, hold on, big fella. You know who you are, big fella, but let me get you together, big fella.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure he appreciates it on the low. Because there's some outfits that you might wear, and that time that you wore, you were like, oh, this is nice. And then you look back at it like, you know what? I should throw that out. Or I should return it, like you said.
Right.
You know what I mean? But let's get into this talk about the short film, Nightmare on Pops Street.
Okay.
So, what'd you say?
That was my first film I ever did.
Yeah, you can get in detail exactly what that was about?
Well, that was my first film that was directed and wrote by me. It was something I was trying to do where it was Halloween time. I wanted it to be something that Pops could interact with his son. And I just wanted to call it Nightmare on Pop Street. But I feel like that it could have been, now looking back, I feel like it could have been way better. That's why we getting ready to shoot another movie for Halloween. So it can be way better than that one was. Because I feel like I could have did so much more, but that was my first movie, and I was just so anxious about writing my first movie that I put it out like that.
Right.
People still liked it, though, but in my mind, I think it could have been way better.
Looking back at it, what would you have changed?
I probably would have changed, like, the sound effects. More sound effects, better acting. And I feel like the actual filming could have been better. You know what I'm saying? Like the camera work.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, with this new one that you're saying that you're working on, is that only going to be filmed in Detroit, or are you going to be moving around at all with that?
No, we're gonna film this one on the east side of Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Because we want to incorporate these clowns while it's still hot, while these clowns around here acting a fool.
Ooh,
so
smart.
we want to incorporate that.
Very, very smart. See, if you were saying the East Coast, you were coming out to Philly. I was about to say the As They Will podcast might need a cameo in that thing, big fella.
I need to get out there. Y'all in Philadelphia, I need to definitely get out there.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Let's make that happen.
Are you considering doing any like tours or anything with this comedy?
Yeah, definitely. Only reason I didn't go on a tour yet because I'm writing a stage play as well, and I'm writing 2 movies right now.
Okay.
I wanted to do the stage play and then take the stage play on tour before I went on tour by myself.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, and there's this young comedian out in the city that he reminds me so much of you, haha. His name is Cheddar Chaz, and that man is hilarious. So I thought I'd throw him a shout out. Shout out to Cheddar Chaz. He's one of upcoming comedian out in the Philadelphia area right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So what'd you say?
I definitely got to check him out as soon as we get off the interview. I'm gonna go check him out and see what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely make
fella.
that happen. We'll definitely make that happen, big fella.
Yeah.
We were talking about your career earlier, and you starting out, but I did want to know what were some of your inspirations as comedians go.
For me, I've always thought like the Martin Show was always the funniest thing I ever seen in my life, right?
Right.
I always wanted to base my comedy off him, but I like my comedy. I try to make it like Martin, but I always thought I was more like Jamie Foxx.
Right.
Yeah, but the things we grew up on was like Will Smith, Martin, the Jamie Foxx show, the Wayans brothers. See, I want to like how Will Smith was able to transform from being a comedic actor to just being known as an actor. That's what I want to do too. I don't just want to be known as the funny actor. I want to be known as a serious actor too.
Right, absolutely.
And within all that, do you feel as though at any point of your life that actually no, let's speak about right now. Do you ever have the feel that you don't want everybody to take you as a joke at all times?
Well, right now, I mean, it's cool because I feel like anytime somebody meet me, they always think I'm supposed to be funny. Like, people meet me like, tell a joke. I'm like, I ain't got no jokes right now, though, but what's up, big fella? That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, because some of the comedians that I've spoken to, of course, their job and what they love to do is make people laugh, but they don't wake up every day wanting to make people laugh. They might just be in those moods one day, and they just want people to just have a normal conversation without them asking for a joke. And that's interesting that everybody, they feel the same way. You feel the same way as well that you're saying.
Yeah, definitely, because some days you'll wake up, and then, some days you wake up on the wrong side of the bed. You just ain't feeling it. And it do be them days that, you know what I'm saying, I don't even get on my social media for 2-3 days because it just be days where I'm like, I ain't feeling it today. I'm going to chill, watch TV, hang with some of the homies, and not even get on social media because social media is like, you know what I'm saying, that was my way. That's how I came up through social media. So it do be days to where I just want to get away from it and just, you know what I'm saying, hang with the homies and hang with people who really know me for who I am way before I was Ha Davis or Big Fella. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
I did want to make a smooth transition. So we were talking about music a little bit earlier. Who are some artists that you listen to right now outside of, you're probably going to say Chance. Shout out Chance. But outside of Chance and Snoop.
I get in the city. I listen to dang everybody. So
Okay.
I would name some people, but it's gonna be too many to name, and I don't want to leave out nobody. But as far as like industry go, Lil Uzi dope to me. Travis Scott. Who else do we listening to? Young Thug.
Okay.
Lil Yachty. There's so many. We listen to a lot of people, but my favorite outside of Chance probably would be Lil Uzi though.
Okay. He's Philly's own, right?
I never knew that.
Yeah, man. He's from Philly.
Hold on, I just thought of a dope event. We should make this happen, man. A Lil Uzi doing music, and then Ha Davis stand-up comedy. How dope would that be?
Please do. You know what's crazy about that? We had an event to do that. I think it was in South Carolina, but the event something happened with a few things, so it ended up not happening. But I was supposed to host a Lil Uzi concert. I think it was in Carolina.
Really?
I'm not sure what state it was in though, but it ended up not happening.
What do you think about?
We was able to put something together to where I could just host his concert. That'd be dope.
We'll definitely talk about that off the phone when we're done this podcast. But we definitely gotta make that happen.
Absolutely. Now we talked about music. We talked about your career. I did want to know about something personal. Is there a Mrs. Big Fellette in your life?
I do got a girlfriend. I just don't talk about her a lot because
right.
You know how that is. So
absolutely.
Like, it'd be so many females in my DMs.
That's
crazy.
what's up.
So you don't want to put up to her, then they get to bashing her like she don't look that good.
Right.
That ain't the one, big fella. For you, big fella. You know how they be. So
right.
I do got a girlfriend though. I just don't put her on social media.
Absolutely.
Hey, I mean, as long as you claim her, man, then you're good. She can't be mad. I know that there might be times that she's like, why don't you post about me or tweet about me? But as long as you're claiming her on record, it's all good, big fella. You don't got to post nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
So at any point within your career, was there any point that you considered quitting?
I honestly did. I honestly considered quitting when I got deleted in December of last year, like a week before my birthday. I got deleted December 14th. A week before my birthday December 21st, and I got deleted at 200K. And I was like, man, forget this. I ain't finna do this no more. And then all my homies were like, man, you can't give it up. People love you make people laugh. You make people day. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm making another page.
Right.
And the big fella thing really took off for real. So that's how I was able to double my numbers. With the big fella thing. So
Dope.
I'm glad I didn't quit, because if I would have quit, I probably would have never been able to see how big I could have got.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure millions of people are glad that you, I mean, including us as well, that we're glad that you did not quit.
Definitely.
You know, now we've done our independent research prior to doing this As a Wool podcast interview with HaHa Davis, and we did some independent research on you, HaHa. And I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
They, at some point in your life, I know that you were considering joining the Navy. Did that end up happening?
No, that's crazy that y'all know that. I definitely was gonna go to the Navy, because I couldn't. All my close friends, they both in the Air Force, and I had too many tattoos, so I couldn't get in the Air Force.
Oh man.
I was just gonna go to the Navy, and then I ended up not going because the comedy career took off. But you know what's crazy about that? My granddad still called me to this day. And I'm big, like, around the world. He still asks me, when you gonna go to the Navy, son? I'm like, Granddad, I got a whole career now. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, so I never end up going to the Navy, though. But if this didn't go through, I definitely would have went to the Navy.
Would you have been doing a little bit of comedy on the side while you were in the Navy?
Definitely. I would have been in my apartment or on the base doing all type of comedy. I think the big fella thing probably would have still took off if I would have went to the service, though.
Absolutely.
But I ended up not going.
So, before we, end this, we did want to give you a little lightning round. So these are just some quick decision answers that we want from you. And
first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah, first thing that comes to your mind, just say yes or no, or answer the question. Okay. So NFL or NBA?
NFL.
Madden or 2K?
Madden.
J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar?
Ooh, both.
If you only had to choose one, man.
All right, J. Cole.
J. Cole. Henny or beer?
Henny.
Backwoods or Dutchess?
Backwoods.
E in the booty or E in the box?
Eating the box.
See, I just made that one up on the spot. I just wanted to see what he was about to say.
No, we ain't putting no booty in our mouth, big fella.
Last one, Popeyes or KFC?
Popeyes.
Dope, man. So last question for me before we get out of here. What's next for HaHa Davis, man?
Well, right now, first, we got to keep going first. Then we going to get our million followers. Then I'm going to finish working on this movie. So next, after I get my million, I'm dropping this movie. I'm going to give y'all the name. The name of the movie going to be called What's Going On. That's Pop's slogan. It's basically going to be What's Going On in the Hood. And basically, Pops wanted me to go to college. And the money he gave me to go to college with, I ended up spending it. So what I ended up doing is I ended up trying to sell weed to get the money back to go to college.
Dope.
Interesting.
Now, is this going to hit theaters? Is that your plan?
We working on that. We trying to get, if we can't take it around the world, it's definitely gonna be in the local theaters for sure.
Okay, so Detroit people look out for that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Man,
look
the
out
world
for that.
check that out.
The DVDs will be coming out after that for sure. We're gonna get that out there for the people.
Dope. I had one quick one, man. What's up with that big fella merch and all that great stuff?
Oh, I was really with Chance, not all on a tour with him, but I was really focused on what he had going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I really was getting my website made, but my website almost finished, and then I'm gonna put my website out, and then it'll be available on my website, hahadavis.net.
Okay.
All right, and then where can the people find you on social media before we wrap this up?
You can find me on social media at HaHa Davis. That's HAHA Davis on Twitter, Facebook, and of course Instagram and YouTube.
And can the ladies find you on Tinder?
Ooh, no Tinder.
See, that was a trick question, man. But you didn't fall for it, big fella. You're all good.
Definitely.
So where can they find you on all social media?
They can find me at Wissam Told Me For those who do not know how to spell Wissam, is Wissam. If you don't know how to spell Tommy, I can't help you with that.
And you can find me on all social media at A Snyder A1. Once again, that's A Snyder A1. And you can find this podcast every Monday on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, all that great stuff. Make sure you go check that As a Woe podcast out. Weso, what's good with you?
Well, wait, hold on, Aaron. What rankings can they find us applying that pressure on?
Oh, you can find us on that society and culture rankings, my G. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. We need you. We love you guys. You can send all your questions, topic ideas, comments, all that great stuff to asawolpodcast@gmail.com. Once again, asawolpodcast@gmail.com. And Haha Davis, man, we can't thank you enough for coming on to the podcast.
Definitely. I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Yeah, no problem, big fella.
Messing around with y'all for 45 minutes. Good laughter.
Yeah,
absolutely. So that's it for the As a Woe podcast. Once again, Haha, thank you so much.
Yes,
you can catch us next week. We'll see you.